Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about episode 19, which is season 2, episode probably 6. That sounds right to me. Of Dan.
Yeah,
Just Dan.
just
I am,
Dan today.
yep. I am Nick. With me is Josh.
Hi.
And this is an episode you and I have both been waiting for,
Yes.
where we finally get
Ye-
a bunch of characters at the very end of this episode that we quite enjoy.
Oh, I have been so. I have been starving for Beethoven.
Yep. Oh, dude, it's not quite as detailed as it was in the manga because the manga like got real crazy detailed with their faces, but this
Mm-hmm.
one's still pretty damn good.
It's it's so good enough for me.
Oh yeah. Anyway, our episode begins with Okaroon having
Being a pervert.
I was gonna say he's like borderline catatonic sitting here as he just tries to figure out what he's thinking and feeling in this moment. So the episode
He'll never
begins where
figure it out.
yeah, episode begins where we left off, where Okaroon is at the maid cafe, and he doesn't quite know how to handle Momo being the maid. I love the part where his eyes
Her
just start like,
friends do.
oh yeah, no, they think it's fucking hilarious that they've done this, and he's just like panicking, and eventually, if I'm remembering right, like his eyes just start darting around the room because he can't look at anything for too long. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
it now. His eyes are just bouncing around every place because he doesn't know where to look. And the one blonde friend is just like going like this the entire time because she's like, "Fuck yeah, we won."
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, so we get like some adorable moments with Momo where like she's trying to be professional for this job while also still being herself.
He's
And
so fucking embarrassed.
oh, it's so good. I love just how uncomfortable she is the entire time, where she's like pouring the tea and like her friends are like giving her shit the entire time. And Okaroon is like just like
Uh,
sitting there
okay.
unable to do anything. Fucking glass slips out of his hand and just breaks. I love they make them all do the Moe tri beam,
Yeah.
which I've been waiting on that one too. Both been trying to convince Alex to watch this show with the Moe tri beam.
I don't get it. I don't know why he won't do it.
I mean, like I get it. Let's be real. I purposefully try to sell shows as poorly as possible because I think it's funny.
I mean, true. But also, this is the one upbeat anime we have tried to get him to watch.
I mean, Kaiju number 8 season 1 was pretty upbeat.
Till the ending
Yeah.
and all the deaths.
Yeah. But yeah. So I love they get like a commemorative photo of them all doing the Moe tri beam and
I like the
Momo.
fact they're like, you have to call him masters. All right, you bastard.
Yep. All right, don't do that now.
Oh god, sorry, I slipped.
Yep. I love like
So
they
fucking good.
they give her shit and then like she sees them off and she's doing the like ogre face thing where her teeth are just razor sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Sends them off and Okarin's like I'll stay to like walk her home and they like
Oh,
slip their group photo into his pocket and leave. And he like has that awkward moment where he can't look at her but he apologizes for what happened. And he asks her how late she has to work and says like, "I'll stay here until your shift's over and I'll walk you home." And she's like, "No, you like, go home. You're gonna get sick if you just stand around here all day, and it's gonna be weird. Just go home." He's like, "No, I'm gonna make
oh
sure you
my
get
god.
home safe because you're a girl and I'm supposed to do that." Which,
Yeah, not because, he loves her.
yeah, but like, let's also be real here. Remembering the guy she was dating at the start of season one, this is such an about face from the guys that she's had in the past, where like that dude was such a shitbag to her, and here's Okaru like, no, I'm gonna make sure you get home safe because I care about you. I think it's kind of sweet. So then she's standing there awkwardly, and she like looks over at him as he's walking away, like gets all like kind of shy herself about it. Fucking goes back to work, has to work through the rest of her shift. We see like her doing all of her maid stuff, taking pictures with people and shit. And at the end of her shift, everyone's like, "Yeah, you did a good job. Like, you might have caused like a couple issues here and there, but you were fine. Like, this is just who you
Yeah,
are. We're happy to work with you." And she goes outside and she sees that Okaroon didn't wait for her. And you can see this look on her
that
face where she's
bastard.
like kind of sad, and she like looks around and no one's there, and you can again you can see the disappointment on her face where she's like, oh shit, I thought he was really gonna stay. And then lo and behold, as she's about to leave, Okaroon comes running up. He's still got the picture of them together, and he's like, hey, great job, you did good. I you know
Uh,
I'm here now that your shift's done. And she's like, wait, no, you were supposed to go home. He's like, no, but I said I was going to walk you home. Like, you're a girl. I'm here to make sure you get home safe. And like, he almost grabs her hand, and he's just a little too nervous to do it. And he lets his
Young
hand, like,
love.
yeah, oh, dude, they're so into each other. He lets his hand, like, kind of fall, and she, like, walks up and grabs it. And, like, they're not a couple now, but they're a couple. Like, I don't care what you
Yeah, they
say.
are.
They're clearly a couple at this point. So,
Yeah, no one character could possibly try to ruin this.
yeah, yeah. We cut to Ira just laying on her side, drinking boba. And then we get the Bruce Lee monk.
I'm always happy to see him.
Hmm. Oh, before I forget, when Momo leaves work, there is an Ultraman reference in one of the posters next to her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we get a reference to the original Ultraman. We get the SSSP Defense Force logo on one of the posters.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, yeah. I looked up. I like was getting a drink. I looked up at the TV. I saw that. And I'm like, wait, I got to go back and double check that. I saw that. Looked at it again. Like, oh fuck, cool. That's something to mention. Like, again, this show is just full of little references here and there. But anyway, we get back to the Bruce Lee monk. He's trying to push over Gigi, and now Gigi has learned to control his chi enough that he can't be tipped. And so now they're going to do the real test. They're going to pour a tiny drop of soy sauce on him, which, why are they committing to the soy sauce part? It could be any cold liquid. Why is it going to
I
be
would
soy
have
sauce?
I would have loved if his trigger was actually just soy sauce.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny, but it wouldn't have caused the problems they had the other times.
True. They'd have to invent some soy sauce monster.
Yep, yep. Which I mean they could have, but oh well. So anyway, Psycho gets a little drop of water on, like a little drop of soy sauce on him, and we can see his hand starting to transform. Which I love the way it looks, where like his fingers are writhing, and like it looks like it's writhing up his arm, and like the one
Ugh,
earring starts to grow, and that's like the sign that he's changing. And then we see the earring shrink back down to normal, his hand turn back, and he's back to normal.
I hated looking at his hand and arm transform.
Oh, dude, I loved it. It's so
Ugh.
grotesque. It's so
Yeah,
grotesque. But now they're like, oh, okay, so now you can control it. We don't have to worry as much because you can control it. This is exactly what we were hoping for. As long as you don't let your guard down, you can handle room temperature liquids now. You can't handle cold yet, probably, but room temp, you're fine. So, our protagonists show up. Saiko asks how the job went, and
What did they do to her face when she's drinking boba in this scene?
they made her a little gremlin because that's who she is on the inside. I also
Oh dear God.
I love the setup of Momo is going to drink some hot water from one of the thermoses,
Uh huh.
and I love that like it tees up how she's going to save herself when Evil Eye takes over. Because Ira bumps into Gigi, spills her boba on him. Her boba's cold. Uh, he turns into the Evil Eye. Momo, Saiko, and Okaroon all three try to throw hot water on him as he transforms, and he sets up the house around himself to keep himself from being changed.
Yeah.
And
Oh God. Okaroon's transformation sequence here, by the way,
dude, every part of this sequence is good. Like the part where you can see Momo's hands up too,
are
as her hands are,
trapped.
yep, they're outside of the house, but the rest of her body is in, so she can't defend herself. Okaroon like losing it.
Momo thinks she's safe by keeping Evil Eye to the other side of the room.
Yep. I also love like we get the just the scene of like the tiny glimpse of Saiko like trying to use the seal to break through, which when we see her hand later, it's all burned up from it.
Yeah.
Ah, so good. But yeah, Momo uses her psychic powers to throw Evil Eye against the other wall of the house that he made, and he just looks up at her with this fucking glare, like I'm gonna tear you apart. He sticks his hands out and he
Uh,
bends the house to push himself forward, like closing in the walls so that she can't push them away anymore. And he starts strangling her, and she just spits hot water on him. And I love like the faces in the walls are all like writhing, and the second the hot water hits him, they all like settle down before
dude,
everything's back to normal.
poor Gigi, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be another like couple episodes before he's more or less in control.
Yeah, but good God, does he look defeated in this scene?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he just thought he got control. He just
Hmm.
like he got the biggest win he's gotten so far, and now it's immediately followed by like arguably the biggest loss he's had personally. So he
Yeah,
went from feeling amazing to feeling like shit in the matter of like 3 or 4 minutes from his perspective. And not only that, like the girl he's into is like it ends with the biggest loss he gets starts with the girl that he's into being with his friend and ends with the girl he's into being with his friend. Like it's bookended with she's not like I can't control myself. I am dangerous to her, and this other guy is who she wants to be with. It's so brutal. And we get like the sleeping scene where Okaroon and Gigi are still sharing like a bedroom, but the way they're sleeping, like they're both bent away from each other as far apart on their beds as they can. And like even the way they're like curled, they're curled so they're curled away from each other too, just trying to distance themselves from each other.
but they were best friends.
Yeah. I mean, they'll get back to it by the time. Again, by the time episode 8 ends, they'll be back to normal. It's just gonna take like a couple episodes to get there. And
Ouch.
So now Okarun's resolved himself to be strong, and
There's only one person he can train with.
yep, Peeny Weeny.
Yeah.
I love this is Okarun's first time experiencing Peeny Weenie's human form. And I know he's supposed to look like someone, but I don't know who off the top of my head.
I can't think of who it could be.
My immediate gut reaction is he's supposed to look like Kenji Oba, I want to say. Like he has a very Kenji Oba face. I want you to like look that up because I think he's supposed to be Kenji Oba, but I don't know for sure. Like he's got that set to his face. He's got like the cheekbones that are similar too. I think that's who he's supposed to be.
Oh, Kenji was the guy on. He's the sword master on Kill Bill.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can see where I'm coming from, right? Like it's not perfect, but that's who I think of when I see him.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I don't know that for sure. I'll have to look into that, but that's who I think he looks like. Yeah. So I love that also his like the stalks still stick up and you can see his actual eyes.
Yeah.
And Okarun immediately just loses it. Like, how many aliens are there on Earth? And as he's circling around, the real eyes are like following him. And of course, Okarun is like, I want you to teach me how to fight. I need to learn how to punch. And Peony Weenie's like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm into. Violence is bad, dude. I only punch because I need to make money. I'm not going to teach other people how to do it.
Yeah. Then I will never get money.
Yeah. And then he makes Okarun do hard labor. And at first you get like the little feeling like maybe this is going to be a Karate Kid moment where like he's helping him like move stuff to build stamina. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just making you do work. I'm still not going to teach you anything.
Okay, there's a picture of Kenji in a leather jacket and a red scarf.
Yep. I know which one you're
So I'm just
talking
gonna,
about.
yeah, I'm gonna assume you're 100% right here.
He, again, it looks too similar for me not to think it, you know? Like he looks like Kenji Oba to me. And Kenji Oba was like massive. Like he was in everything on TV for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh,
Okarun shows back up and he's like, hey, well, Psycho's like, hey, did you get a part-time job? He's like, sure, I guess I did. And he, she offers to have him eat. Gigi's there, and he's like, I don't want to eat right now. And you can tell they're both uncomfortable around each other still. And we get that moment where uh, the Bruce Lee monk is like, hey, I don't know how much longer we can do this. Like, this is dangerous. Like, Momo's fast thinking saved her this time, but like, it could have gone a completely different direction. We need to come up with a better solution.
yeah.
Like, this is dangerous. We're the adults. We need to do something responsible for these kids.
The
And
only correct answer is to try to kill the and exercise him again.
I mean, that's kind of what he's saying. Cut to Okarun reading manga to learn how to punch. I don't know for sure. I want to say that's Hajime no Ippo, but I don't know that for sure.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
That's like the only boxing manga I know of. I'm sure there's others, but I don't know them. But he's learning how to throw a punch from a boxing manga. And Turbo Granny's like, huh, so you're learning how to punch? Well, yeah, I need to be stronger, so I'm learning how to punch. Well, why are
Well,
you doing that?
that's that's stupid. Why are you so stupid?
Yeah, you don't need to learn how to punch. You just need to learn how to
Yeah.
use my powers right, you dumbass.
He'll
And
never learn.
yeah, I like the breakdown on how their like technique is really where Okaroon is lacking compared to the rest of the team. That he's too limited on what he's doing. Because we get as the episode go well, when we get to it, we get like a rundown on how he approaches combat and moving in combat versus how like Evil Eye and Ira approach it, and they approach it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get Granny, no, sorry, we get Turbo Granny, and we get, gosh, two Grannies. Gonna confuse them all the time. They look so much alike.
Both hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Turbo Granny and Okaroon sneak out to the school at night to go train, and Ira sneaks out and follows them because she's gonna train too. And when they sneak into the school grounds, Ira's like, "Hey, so what are you guys doing? Can I come along?"
No.
Which they straight up say that, yeah. And then she acro silkies it up, flips over, is like, "All right, why the fuck won't you let me do this? I'm fucking doing this. You can't stop me."
Can if I wanna.
And I love like Ira blames the way she acts on acro silky, and it's like, no, it's the acro silky. It makes me do this. But like, even when she's in her normal form, she still acts like that.
Like, there's no difference.
Oh no, it's just her making an excuse so she can still seem like the sweet innocent girl to Okaroon. Yeah, so they go to the music room where they're gonna train, and we get the breakdown on the way that Okaroon fights and how it limits him. That
Mhm.
basically for every beat in combat, he can do two moves. That he does two things, but Ira and Evil Eye can do four motions in that beat. That they are able to effectively use that time better than him. So even though he's faster than them, he isn't able to do as many moves because of the way he acts and kind of how linearly he tries to do things.
That dumb bitch.
And that the Evil Eye is especially dangerous because when it adds in its Evil Eye House abilities, it can bump that amount of moves per beat to 10. So he needs to learn how to more effectively use the time per beat
And
and be able to
what
like,
best way to get rhythm?
yep, then fighting a bunch of fucking old men.
Big ass headed old men.
Yep. And that's when we get introduced to characters we've been dying for.
Yeah.
The old the old composers and shit. So specifically, we get introduced to there are seven of them. There are oh gosh, which ones are there? So there is a Beethoven, there is Bach, there is Antonin Dvorak. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that right. Leonard
Alba.
Bernstein, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart,
Hell
and
yeah. Wolfgang Puck.
Franz Schubert. Although they get different names apparently in their actual names, but yeah, that's who they effectively are. And they they're just wonderful. They look like giant fucking bobblehead men.
Yeah.
And that's how our episode ends, is them showing up. This is the training montage we've been waiting for.
Oh, finally.
Uh, yeah, I liked this episode. Again, it's sort of like a setup episode. We're gonna get a lot of payoff next episode, but it works.
Oh, it worked so well.
Hmm. Anything you want to say before we call this one?
I'm just excited for the next episode.
Dude, honestly, the next episode's gonna be a lot of fun, and then I think,
Next few.
yeah, I would say again we're like halfway through the season right now. I
Hmm.
think we're gonna just get banger after banger with the rest of the season because I think we're gonna get like the big fight as the last episode or two, and we've got like another like small fight or two before we get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we're gonna call this one here. Tune in next time when we get to see Okarun fight some life-size bobbleheads.
Hell yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye now.